So now we are going to the next class. Next class is calling the var class. This is most important class actually, var class, because sometimes it's not understanding. Anyway, we'll try to learn. Actually, some people not able to getting the clearly, so I will tell you the easily. So var class means, now you can see how can you select the particular column.
Select column.
Select is used to finding the particular column. Now are you able to taking the particular record, because I am using the particular column will comes to the particular column. But if you are getting the record, it's a particular record. Like if you want to this record only, if I'm just using the first name column, I'm just using the first name. Now you can see there are many records it came, right? I want to select in the Adam record only. So is it possible? As of now, there is a no possible, because select is used to entire column, or from is used to entire table. So there is a no possible to selecting the particular row. So that is what we are going to try to find out this var class. In this var class, actually doing the two things it is used to. First of all, it is validate the condition. Which means it is validating the condition. Second one is selecting the particular row. So if you want, you can select the particular row as well using the var class. Okay, so it should be there is a two steps actually, the var class having the two step. First step is validating the condition. If condition satisfied, then only it's go to the second step, selecting the particular row. So now we want to know what is the validating the condition, how the select will works into, sorry, how the select will work with using the var class. Okay, now I have the select query. Now I can go with the select query. Before going to the var class, we want to learn one more thing, then only the var class will getting easily. So there is a one more table we have, dual. The table name is a dual. What is mean by dual? So did you hear this table? The table, dual table, is used to, it is a dummy table. Actually they are telling it this is a dummy table. It is a dummy table, which means whatever user required their own text, they can easily use this dual table, and they can be display into your output query. Which means now this is the database, sorry, this is a query editor. From here you can see what is the query you are written. Whatever the table contains, that query only you can write, right? So like you can see I'm just using for the select star from employees. This is what actually I am trying to run. Now you can see this is what it came. So now I'm trying to run the without storing the data, which means user required data. In this if what whenever we want to write the query, the data should be storing into our table, then only the data will be displaying to us. If we don't want to, if we are not storing the data, we can be display the record, means it is not possible. If whenever we have to storing the data, then only we can display the data, it is only possible. But now what we are going to do, so I'm just trying to displaying the my word into our output. So how can we have to display this word? Actually this is we are trying to displaying the user required own text to own words. Okay, so what we need to do, I'm just using for the select keyword. Select whatever I want to plan to write. Like if I want to displaying the 1 2 3, means I can give to this 1 2 3 from which table it's coming from, do you know? So no, this one, no, that 1 2 3 it's not storing to anywhere. I'm telling to you. So like this, if you have this name, means there is a known this information. Actually we don't store it anywhere. So but I want to display this information, means what we need to do, we should use any of the table, right? For this case the data has been not storing anywhere, but I want to use any of the table. This case we can use for the dual table. Dual is used to displaying the user required text. Okay, this is what the user required. User wants to display this text, it will be displaying on here. So this is what actually the dual is used to, dual table is using. So do you understand what is a dual table? It is used to displaying the user required text.
Like it's an inbuilt table, or we have to create?
Yeah, it is no, we don't want to create anything. It is always by default every database is storing in this table, so we don't want to bother about the table creation. So it is used to displaying the user required text. So that is what we are using the dummy table, which is a dual table. Okay, so now we are trying to displaying the 1 and 2 and 3. This is what actually we are trying, actually the number type of data we are displaying. So what is actually in our table, what are all the datas we have? Number, date and
Character.
character, like these three things of we have. So now we are displaying the number type of data. So number, a number type of data we are displayed. Select 1 2 3. From which table I need to
Dual.
use? Dual table I need to
Dual.
use. Now I'm trying to displaying the any of the text. If I'm trying to displaying the ABC, from where it's coming from?
Dual.
Super, dual. Now I'm trying to displaying this dual table. So we'll see what is the error will come. So if I ran like this means it will throw the error. What is the error? If I ran the number means it is working fine. If I ran the character means why it is not working? Because number only not required for the single character. Always if any alphabets or any characters comes, always it should be enclosed with single character, single quote. Okay, without single quote, character will not display. Okay, single quote it's required for. I'm just mentioning into here character. Select ABC, but if it is, if we are displaying the character means you should always enclosed with character type of data, always enclosed with what? Enclosed with a single quote.
Single.
Okay, but number it's not required. Number type of data it is not required for single quote. Number type of data not required single quotes. Single quotes. Oh, single quotes. I forgot the spelling. Single quote. Okay. So this is a number type of data. This is a character type of data. Now we are going to the another type of data. What is another type of
Date.
data? Date type of data. So now I'm trying to getting the output like a select. What is the date of today? So today is a 11/04. 2023. Now I'm trying to getting this date select data and dual. Now you can see I already told you, remember, so it will doing the it will considering this a number
Minus.
11 minus 4 minus 2023, like that it's come. Okay, so if I'm using the minus, that's what it's come. Okay, instead of that minus we can use this one. So now what it will do, it will going to divide it. Now we can see these are the divided. So it will consider as a minus or divided only. So the date should be always enclosed with single quote. Date also we have to mention the single quote, then only the date will be considering as a date. Okay. So date and character should be enclosed with a single quote. Date type of data always enclosed with a single quote. Now you can see I ran this query, right? So did you use the single quote of this query? Why we are not using the single quote? This is the character only, right?
Yeah, it's a column name.
Yeah. So even though if it is character, it is not required single quotes if the character is column. If your character is used to column name, if it is a column name means it is not required the single quote. So number and column does not require the single quotes. Number and column does not to use single quote. Number also and column also we don't want to use a single quote. Character and date we should enclose with a single quote. Okay, are you understanding for this dual table? Dual table, which what is mean by the dual table? Whatever the user required their own text, it will be displaying there. It will be displaying the user required text. Okay. Now we will go to the Snowflake. So Snowflake is one of the very good feature because this is a dual table. Whenever if you are using, then only the user text will be displaying, right? But Snowflake it's not required to displaying. We don't want to mentioning the dual table. We can directly use for the select one. automatically it will come. Okay, then why I am telling to you the from dual? Because in other database, if you are going to work with any other database, definitely without from class it will never work. So I will show to the Oracle as well, so then only you understand why we are actually using for the from dual. Because we don't know which database we are going to actually we are working. So initially I was working on the Oracle database, suddenly I was working on the Snowflake database. We should know the both, right? So if I'm using the select one from dual, so what will comes to the display? What is output we will receive?
One.
One will comes to the display. Okay, one. So if I'm not using the from and dual, what will comes to the output? We'll see. Now you can see it will throws the output. If you are using the any other database, what is the record for user? If you want to display the user record text means you should mention the dual table. Okay, otherwise it will never work. But Snowflake is not like that. Snowflake is one of the advanced future concept. So we don't want to use. We don't want we don't want to mention the from class as well. It is always coming into the, if you want to displaying the own text, this is enough, like select one from dual, it will come. So if you want to display the ABC means what I need to do?
Select ABC.
That is enough. Exactly, select ABC from dual, so it will comes to the output. So if I want to the displaying the date means, that is also we can use for this date only. So select date, then it is also will comes to the display. Okay, so this is actually one of the feature in Snowflake. We don't want to mention in the dual table inside the Snowflake. Anyway, you need to know about the dual table. It is a dummy table. Whatever the user required text, it will be displaying. Okay, now we will go to the var class. What is the var class? Var class is used to, I already told, var class is used to validate the condition, and the second step is doing for the selecting the particular row. So what it mean by the validating the condition? So var class is the, like he is actually controller who to whom like a select. So if you want to the select means whatever the user required text, that only will be coming to the display, right? So user wants to, whatever the user wants, they can given to us the select class. But var class is whenever the var class is accepted, whenever this var class is satisfied, then only select will work. So how it is in real time. So if I'm using this select one from dual, so now I can display the, now I can see the one is the output. Now I want to see that validate the condition. Validate the condition means, now we can see left side is one, right side is also one equal to one. So now you can tell one is one equal or not equal?
Equal.
Both are equal. So if both are equal means, then condition is satisfied. Condition is satisfied. If one equal to two, now you can tell what is the condition is satisfied or not?
No.
Condition is not satisfied. So actually this is what valid this is what actually var class is going to do. Condition is not satisfied. Okay, so now now I'm going to do select from one from dual. Yeah, always var class comes to after the from class. So in here I can mention select one from dual, after where I need to mention where, here I can give one equal to one. So the condition is satisfied, right? So if I mention the var class into in our query, select will not run the first. Always var will be checking the first. Then only select will comes to the works on second, like that only. So which means what I'm telling. So if our query has the var class, then var class only started to executing first, which means var equal to, like one equal to one means what it mean by the condition is satisfied, right? So if this condition is satisfied, then only this var class goes to the select class. Select class, the condition is satisfied. Now we can display whatever the user required. Now I can display, you can see that user required is one, always it is coming. Now if I'm run the one equal to two, now you can tell condition is satisfied or not satisfied?
No.
Not satisfied. Now this var class going to tell to select class, hey, select class, that var class is not satisfied, please don't run the whatever the user required. Now I can run, you can see there is a nothing will come, you can see 0 rows. Before what is came, there is a one row it's came, there is a one row it's came. Now it is not came to the one row. That is the reason var class is used to validating the condition. If condition is satisfied, then only select will be executing, otherwise select will not display the output. Okay, are you understanding for this var class validating condition?
Yes.
Okay, now I am given to the select one from dual var 1 equal to 1. So condition is satisfied, then the display will output will display. If condition is not satisfied means then output will not coming into the display. So this is what actually 1 equal to 2. So 1 equal to 2 means condition is not satisfied. Okay, now we understand what is the where class is doing in the validating the condition. Now we will try to how validating the condition with using the particular row. So now we are going to identify the taking the particular row, like I am just using for the select first name from employees. Now we
Yeah.
can see there is a records as came into here. Now if I mentioned into here where 1 equal to 1, what will come?
The first name.
Whatever we have asked to him, that entire first name will come, right? So if I run, all the first name will come, right? So instead of that, what I'm going to do in this left side, I can mention the column name. So in this column name, first name equal to
Steven.
inside the column, whatever the record you want, you can give that record into in left side, sorry, right side. So now you can see first name I want to display first name equal to Steven. So what this where class is going to do? It is opening the first name. So it is just open the first name column. So just opening the first name column, then started to checking. If I mention to Lex into in here, so if I mention to Lex into here, so this first of all where class is open to the first name column, then this Lex will be checking into the each by each column. So in here first name is what is the first name? So Steven. So first of all, I just ran this and I will comes to the later. So now we can see exactly the one row it's picking, right?
Yeah.
So how it is picking, that's what we have to identify. Now you can see we have the one of the query. So first of all, this first name column is the what is a first name column contains? There is a one not row is
Yeah.
contains all the rows. It has this first name column has the every rows. So it has the entire 107 rows. Now what is going to do? So each by each column it's going to be fit, like which means like I'm just using for the where exactly I'm just telling to you where first name equal to Lex. So if I run this come right, so what will comes to do? First of all, this where the first of all this Steven will placed on into in this first name. Okay, now in here actually it is placing in this first name. The same first name will comes to in here itself as well. So now we can tell Steven equal to Lex. It is satisfied or not? This condition is satisfied or not? That first row. First time it's running with using the first row. So now Lex equal to sorry Steven equal to
Steven
Lex.
to Lex.
Both are same or not?
No.
No. So what is we are as of now what we are asking to him? Steven.
Select Steven.
So that Steven will not display into here. Next what will comes? The next row will be placed on into here and placed on into here. Now you can tell Nina equal to Lex is satisfied or not?
No.
Not satisfied. What we are asking to him? Nina is we are asking condition is not satisfied. So Nina will also display. Nina will also not displaying. Now the next row will be placing on into here. Now we can see Lex is satisfied or not?
Yeah.
Yes. So now what we are asking to him? Lex is we are asking to him. Now what is output will come? Lex will come.
Yes.
Okay. So that is what actually this query exactly is doing. So now you can see if I mention the column name means in this column name having the 107 rows, all the 107 rows actually one by one row going to be placed on into here like that, like this. So if I'm using the David means what will happen to here? If I mention to David in here means it will be checking the each by each row. So first row will be Steven. So condition is not satisfied. This record will not display. So till Bruce is also coming to in here. So in here and also in here. So I'm sorry, I'm just placed on this Bruce onto here also. So now we can see David equal to Bruce is also not satisfied. So the condition also will not work. So now we can see that David, the next row is a David. So like that, each and every row will placed into here. All the row will be matched in here. So if it is matched, then only the select will be displayed. You can understand now how the where class is working.
Yes.
So this is what where class is working. Now I'm asking to you, I want to selecting the Steven name. So how do you pick the particular Steven record only?
Select.
Steven record is coming under the first name column. Okay,
Yeah,
so select
first name
first name
from employees.
from employees.
Where first name equal to Steven.
Exactly, where first name equal to Steven. So now I'm trying to run that first name will comes the Steven record only exactly picking. So I just didn't use the single semicolon into last. I'm already told, so if I didn't enter the semicolon into the end of the query, it will always considering the from the beginning to in here. So that's what this
Okay.
lex will be throwing the error. So like that it is selecting. So if you want to identify this, you can do one more thing. You just go to this option, you can turn on code highlighter. Now you can see what are all the code has been highlighted. This code has been highlighted, okay, but you can see this lex also highlighted, right? You can see lex also highlighted, right? So it should not be highlighted. I don't want to
Mm.
lex. You can given to the single this what is it semicolon.
Semicolon.
Next you can comes to in here. Now you can see if lex is highlighted, now it is not
No,
highlighted,
no.
right? So now you can write. Now you can run this. Stephen will become. So there are two Stevens we have in the table. Both Stevens has been coming into in our place. Okay. So this is how the var class is working. Now I'm going to do one more thing. So we have the David record. How do we have to select the David record? Select first name employees first name equal to here we can give the David record. This is what we are providing the out query, right? Select first name
Yes.
employees first name equal to David. This is what I am just trying to do, right? If I ran this, you can see is there any record it came?
Mm.
No record. Is there David record is not there? Can we check the David record is there or not? Can we check?
Mm.
We'll check order by first name. So now we will see David record is there or not. You can see David record will be there. So yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
it's there.
there are three
Wait.
records we
Yeah.
have. But why there is if I ran this query, why it doesn't have any records? No, you can see if I ran this query, select first name from employees where first name equal to David. If I ran
Mm.
like this, there is a zero records, but we have the three records, right? What is the difference between? So now you can see the difference.
Mm.
The name has been like a here actually they are
Caps.
placed is here camel case like a first letter only the like a unit cap like a initial only capital, first letter
Mm.
only capital, all other is a smaller letter. But if what I was did in here, so I was did in here all are capital only. So
Mm.
now we have get a one confused. So then snowflake is case sensitive. So now we have the one question. Snowflake is snowflake or SQL whatever. SQL is case sensitive. What it mean by the case sensitive? Do you have any idea about that case sensitive?
Yeah, like it considers whether it is a capital or small.
Exactly. So whatever they are actually loaded, the same kind of the record only we have to using, which means like if they are actually using for the select as a capital means we should use the capital select only. We are not going to use the small select. So that is what the case sensitive. So whatever they are actually predefined build that defined only we have to using. Okay. Now they are asking one question. SQL is a case sensitive. Now you can see SQL means if I using the select a smaller case like I can use like this. You can see first name from employees. So now we can see I just used all are collapsed, right? Select
Mm.
E as capital, T as capital, like all are collapsed. If I ran like this, the output is came, right? So why the output is not came into in this place? Because
It is a condition.
no, anyway, I will comes to that point actually. So if I ran the query, it will output will come. So case sensitive SQL is case sensitive. If you are asking to anyone asking to you the SQL is case sensitive, you can tell SQL is not case sensitive. SQL means this is what SQL
Mm.
select column name from table name. This is what case sensitive. This is what the case sensitive or not. So sorry, this is what not case sensitive. This is the SQL. So then what is a case sensitive? The case sensitive is whenever the table data, whatever the data has been loaded, that data is only case sensitive. So SQL is not case sensitive. Data is case sensitive. Are you understand?
Yeah.
So SQL is not case sensitive, but table data is case sensitive. So what is the table data? Whatever inside the data inside the table, that is the table data, right? So you can see now you can see uh, first name where we have got that is a column name. So employee is
Mm.
a table name. We don't want to bother about the it is capital or small, but we need to more conscious on the
Data.
this data. So David, where we have to taking the this David data from inside the table only. So that is what the data it's not came, because this is a case sensitive. I should use for the capital DAVID. Now it will comes to the case sensitive. You can understand now the all three Davids are came, right? So SQL is not case sensitive, but table data is case sensitive. Okay, so now we will stop today's class. So now this as of now we are learned for the three classes. One is a select class. Select is used to selecting the column.
Column.
From class is used to selecting the
Specify the table.
super. Order by is used to sorting the data.
Sorting.
Where class is used to
Get
select
this
the
particular row.
exactly particular row. So this is what actually we are learned today.